Kemba Walker, step back, Walker, cardiac Kemba does it again.
Ubilis, 7 seconds to go. Three-pointer.
Oh! Hudgens! Double order!
Again, comes down to fundamental.
Oh! My goodness! Sorrenti hit that one from the parking lot.
Watford for the win.
Yes! Yes!
Trip to the Sweet 16. Katie's got it. Rises up. The shot.
And it's good! It's good! From the corner! And it's over! Gonzaga! The slipper still fits! Ha ha! College basketball!
What's going on, guys? We are here to go over the Monday and just recap the weekend. Obviously not every pick that'll take way too long, but it was a killer weekend. That Friday show overall went 74-43, so not too shabby. And yep, the Mahomes jersey is out in honor of Elliott, and I guess making us some coin tonight.
Oh, some coin, more like a lot of coin. Big bets tonight for the Chiefs. System play. Mahomes under 3.5 spread. Mahomes close to plus money. You got to do it. I've done it since 2019. You got to do it. Let's go, Helms. Cardiac Kemba.
Yeah. I know we've gotten some requests for some shots to be put into the intro, so we'll have to fix that coming up soon. But we're in there. But
Clark, I bought a Mahomes jersey 3 Super Bowls ago, or not? I guess the second 2 in a row. I guess against the Eagles after I won like thousands of dollars on the Chiefs. So I went ahead and bought a Mahomes jersey. I'm like, might as well be the villain sometimes and bet on them at plus money. So we're rocking the Chiefs. But Trevor, like you said, 74 and 43. I sat at 27-16. At one point, I was 19-9, so was really feeling it. And then just kind of fell flat on the night with Kansas and some other collapses. BYU took us home, but to not get into every game, 27-16, 9 winning days in a row in January. That's now 22 winning days in January starting today, thanks to my Hoosiers. They covered. I don't care that they lost. They need to lose those games. I want everyone pissed off at Mike Woodson. He's fired, but they still covered. So cheers to 22 winning days in January so far, everyone.
Yeah, that Kansas game really flipped my night. I mean, when they were down, I grabbed them and parlayed with BYU money line. Was getting a nice price with that, and then can't hit free throws. DeJuan Harris can't inbound the ball. Hunter Dickinson doesn't foul. Instead, lets him have a 3-point shot. Like that was terrible. I got a stat here.
Dude, what the Dickinson? The announcers were praising him like none other, but he just looked lazy out there, kind of, man. Like I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he did.
Lazy.
The backup guy looked better. I mean, he had some dumb moments too, but he looks better. Per KenPom, Houston had a 0.4% chance to win after Kansas had the ball in a 6-point lead with 20 seconds remaining in the first overtime. Makes Houston's eventual win the most unlikely in any of the 1,487 games between AP top 25s over the last 15 seasons. So you want to talk about a bad bet? We just got a statistical backup of how bad of a beat that fucking was.
How do you not have guards make your free throws? Like DeJuan Harris,
at least one.
And 7 points, 6 points with a minute to go in regulation. Then they do it again, and you can blame my friend. I was at a party watching this game and enjoying my night, and he walked away to the kitchen and he had more money on Kansas than I did, and I was like, "This game's not over, buddy." And he's like, "Oh, my buddy texted me that it said bang." I'm like, "You're fucking watching the game. What are you doing?" They mushed it.
I was in a chat. Somebody called it a little early, and I was like, "It ain't over. Like, come on, like this is college. This is some random shit happens." And AJ Storr. I'm glad he's not in Wisconsin because that dude's a fucking bum. He's fucking terrible.
I mean, same with the Hoosiers, man. Make your fucking free throws. Like, I mean, there's a lot more. I mean, Bill Self at least drew up good plays, whatever the fuck that was at the end of the the game today with Mike Woodson.
Swing it into Dickinson. So you want Dickinson to get fouled? I guess. I mean, he shot good, but man, how can you just not get open? Like
Zeke Mayo lost the game too a little bit. I mean, down the fucking ball, dude. I love Zeke Mayo and Lawrence, Kansas kid. Love South Dakota State, but what the hell, man? Inbound the ball.
I mean, Rylan Griffin and that student section were going to get my game balls for that game. I mean, that student section forced how many missed free throws, and then Rylan Griffin was clutch, making 4 or 5 threes, at the most crucial times down the stretch too. And they just shit the game away. So I mean, brutal. And then Max said it best on TCE last night. Like you baseball that fucking ball down the court. So even if you do turn it over, if it goes out of bounds, they're on that end of the court, or they get a turnover on that end of the court. You gave them the ball like here,
right?
Shoot it.
That was some Reggie Miller New York Knicks shit. That was insane. And Emmanuel Sharp, that was an unreal.
Yeah, he showed the last 20 seconds of that game. He's like, all right, my time to shine.
Yeah.
And 20 seconds on through those overtimes, he
just came back for that game. Well, good. I mean, Sharp kind of feels like. Why am I blanking on their point guard last year? He was my favorite player. Jamal Shed. So. Well. Anyway, I mean, 9 winning days in a row. You've won this weekend. It's been a great weekend. Let's get into a decent Monday slate. It's actually not so bad for a Monday. In my opinion.
Yeah, we got some day hoops too. 3 Eastern, 2 o'clock Central, the best time zone. We got EIU, Eastern Illinois, heading to Little Rock. Little Rock's laying 11.5, dude.
Dude, I know.
Eastern Illinois is bad, but are we going to act like Little Rock is that much better?
I saw this at 9.5 when I was watching the Chiefs game, so it's jumped that much. I see 12.5 some places too.
I just pulled this from DraftKings like 5 minutes ago. It's down to I got this off unabated because DraftKings doesn't have it up yet.
Huh. I mean, I guess take EIU. I don't know, man. Fuck. What do you think?
I feel like I got to take Little Rock because this line is ridiculous.
They've won what, 5 games in a row? 5 games in a row. What's this? Is this at Lindenwood?
Yeah, it's a neutral. Why is this a neutral?
It's like some Lindenwood Invitational. I saw this.
Highland Performance Center.
It's in Lindenwood.
Charles, Missouri.
Lindenwood.
If that's where Lindenwood is, then sure.
I don't fucking know, man.
So this is a neutral. And you got one team that plays, respectable defense in the conference. One team that doesn't play defense or have an offense.
It's a makeup game.
I'm going to take Little Rock and just dive in. Like, this is a gigantic spread. It feels like for a reason. 130 total. This is probably going to be like 68 to like 51, 52.
A 130 total with the 12.5.
Dude, they're begging you to take Eastern Illinois. Like, I know they're not good, but catching double digits, it feels like they're just begging you. I'll dive in and with this gross ass fucking line and take Little Rock.
Jeez. I do like Darrell Walker. I have no fucking feel for this game. I know UIU sucks. Lost to 7 by Moorhead, 4 by Southern Indiana, 5 Tennessee Martin. I mean, Little Rock's the best team in this conference, but fuck it. I might battle you here.
All right.
Just for the sake of that.
If it's a neutral already, now we got the much taller team that rebounds. They do turn it over, but so does EIU. Little Rock can actually shoot. They get to the line. Unlike EIU will send you to the line. They can make free throws. Little Rock, unlike EIU, shooting 68% in conference play, 66% overall this year too. They're shooting 44% inside the arc, 33% outside, but you got the number 1 defense in the conference, number 14 in the country at 3-point defense, number 13 inside. They block a shit ton of shot. I think Little Rock just dominates them.
What's the team total? What's the team total for Eastern Illinois?
I don't know yet. The line's not up on DraftKings. I had to go to unabated for this line.
So 130 catching what, 10, 12? I see
it's probably be 55.5 or something.
59.5.
Oh, under. I actually probably would maybe even take that over the 11.5 here.
I see 59.5. I even see a 60.5 available as well too.
I'll rate the 59.5 just because.
I think I'm going to take that EIU team total under, and that way
I'm going to ride with you.
The battle under 60.5, buy the juice a little bit, up to 59.5. Neutral site. I mean, they barely score above 60. The only thing that worries me is, like, although Little Rock's like defense is good, is it inflated a little bit?
I mean, EIU is one of the worst teams in the country, so even if it is inflated, I'm not too worried about AU. Even if they have an outlier performance, what do they get? 56, 57?
Yeah, I like it.
Especially if it's a neutral. And look at what EIU's been scoring lately: 60, 66, 65, 63, 64. And this total 57, 67, 74, and they're going to put this at 59, 60, like under what they're scoring. It's going to be hell for EIU tomorrow. Give me that team total instead of Little Rock. Maybe I'll do a little parlay, but I will take that team total.
Little Rock's 11-7 against the spread, 3-3 at home, 6-11 EIU against the spread. On a neutral, they're 0-0. They haven't played a neutral all day, so yeah, I'll do the team total under for EIU. To start off, we got to have a bet in this game at anyway. 3:00. Yep. I'll be finishing a meeting and watching this on the plus. All right, lead in the next game. I'll be right back.
All right. We'll do this one. Southern Miss at Troy. Troy's laying 11. We got some big spreads early in the day. Southern Miss is heading to Troy. What game is Troy off? Troy is off South Alabama, too.
Another 11.
Yeah, they're laying 11. Southern Miss, this will be their fourth straight road game also. Troy's got no look ahead. Southern Miss has Arkansas State on deck at home. So, I mean, maybe they're just kind of looking forward to just getting home with a chance there. I mean, I know they have a chance on the road here, but Troy, they're home. This will be Southern Miss' fourth straight road game. This could be a problem for them, especially with the amount of turnovers. 330th in the country, turning it over, 13th in conference play. Troy, 63rd in the country, 3rd in conference. Troy plays defense. Their offense is respectable. I mean, Troy turns it over a lot too, but Southern Miss doesn't force turnovers. No interior defense whatsoever. The massive size advantage for Troy. I think Troy, this is another route. Like, just these look like routes. I mean, I know Troy's off of the Southern Alabama game, but they got Georgia Southern and Louisiana Monroe on deck, so they got no look ahead. Southern Miss, again, fourth straight road game. Arkansas State on deck.
Yeah, I'll pick Troy. I don't know if I'm betting this yet though, but I'll pick Troy. I think it's a routing here and for the team in Hattiesburg.
Absolutely. But yeah, shout out everyone in the chat. I mean, we got Rob Martin, Clark, Wags, Jaron, Ken, Clark, Danny Dumbshit's here. Who else we got in here?
Helms.
Yes, Helms. Yep, there he
is. Joey Lobster,
Lobster,
G. Martinez, Ryan Flanagan.
Shout out you guys.
Crutch, my man. All right.
Yes, sir. So yeah, I'll take Troy in this one.
I think I'm betting that team total for sure. I don't know if I'm betting Troy yet though. I'm gonna write this down. Might not bet this, but yeah, I think it's a lay spot. Southern Miss is stinky.
Yeah. Next, Penn State heads to Michigan.
Oh baby!
Michigan off of that fucking Purdue shellacking, which was easy. That shit was free. One angle I was already looking at. Danny Wolf assists again. I mean, you got a Penn State defense that's 356 in the country with assists per field goal made, 63.1, and in conference play that's inflated to 65%. And then you got a 67% assist to field goal ratio or percentage offense, who's 22nd in the country statistically, and also inflates up 6% in conference play. So they move the ball around, and Danny Wolf had a horrible game last time. He still had 3 assists. So, I mean, I think he's going to have a bunch of assists here versus Penn State defense, who we know isn't that great either. Michigan at home off the loss. I feel like you just probably lay it. They get right. They've lost 2 of their last 3. At home, they went to overtime against Northwestern. I think they come out after that Purdue just thumping and put it on Penn State here. I think Danny Wolf has a great game. Vlad probably does too. Potentially Roddy Gale. But I'm circling Danny Wolf assists and Michigan 8.5 here. I will bet the Danny Wolf assists, depending what the number is.
Yeah, I'll man, I don't know. Michigan has definitely been tough. So you're laying it with Michigan for sure, or definitely taking the points, maybe laying it with Michigan, you said?
I'd probably be on Danny Wolf assists. I mean, pull up Underdog, see if they got just a number up yet and see if it's plus money or if it's juiced. But I feel like Michigan comes back home where they've been good all year and they just got embarrassed. Danny Wolf is plus money for 4.5 assists. I will take that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to lay it with Michigan. Just agreeing that, you just got your ass kicked. You got to come back outside of what they did against Mackey Arena, which, come on now. Can't fade Mackey, right? Right, Stewie. Pump Fake Pod special. 67 points was they scored 67 last time, December 3rd. Since then, they scored in the 90s. And they scored 80s, like high 80s as well, too. So, yeah, and Penn State's defense is porous. They allow shots to go up. Hell, they let IU fucking shoot lights out against them. That's saying something, huh? So, yeah.
Team total.
What's that here? Let me look and see what it's at. I kind of like the lay here as well. I was just what I was going, by the way. Yeah, I mean, I think they could definitely score 85, but I'd rather just take Michigan in hopes that their defense can stop Ace Baldwin. Niederhauser and Kern, they're good shooters, but hopefully Michigan's 3-point perimeter defense can step up. So I like them here. What I was taking so long with was going back and forth between taking Michigan first half or full game. But I think I'm going to take full game. Let's go Michigan.
Yeah. Clark, Penn State does press a lot. I just don't think that it really matters. This game, Penn State or Michigan's going to find a way. I mean, they just got embarrassed. They're back home. They need to bounce back. And Penn State has not been good. They've lost 5 of their last 6. They have been tight, though, I will say. Iowa, 1-point loss on the road, 5-point loss at Michigan State. They lost by 1 at home to Oregon State. Illinois blew them out by 39, but Indiana by 6. That was a semi-neutral. The Palestra. And the fact that this is 8.5, I feel like it's kind of telling you that Penn State's not going to keep this one close. This will be the 3rd road game in the last 4. So last 12 games, they've had 3 road games. I think Michigan just comes out and just does their thing and rolls them. I may even parlay Danny Wolf assist with Michigan money line just to kind of get a little extra plus money on that bad boy too. Michigan's not going to lose this game, but I think they got a really good chance of covering too.
Yeah, I mean, Michigan, that's why I went back and forth on that first half and full game. I think it's somewhat competitive, at least for a bit, with Penn State creating shots, but then it just fizzles out. Michigan wins by like 14, 84-70, I think.
Yeah. Next, Alabama's laying 13 at Louisiana Monroe. These two play back-to-back. They play at ULM tomorrow, and then the following game is going to be at Southern Alabama. What do you got for this one?
I mean, I'm not putting my money on Louisiana Monroe.
I wrote it down because I'm like, this could be an easy blowout spot potentially.
Yeah,
but it is gross.
At ULM, out of all I'm not betting this one. I'll pick South Alabama. No bet for me. But yeah, with South Alabama's stout defense, let's see. Monroe hasn't really done too much at home either. They haven't done anything at all. They're 4-17. Yeah, I don't trust South Alabama's offense to lay tons of points, but I'll pick them. No bet. I think at least Louisiana Monroe sucks at everything else. Pretty much is involved on each side of the basketball.
Yeah, I wasn't going to bet this, but with the potential of blowout in this one, I just wanted to put it down because I wasn't sure if you'd have anything in this potentially. But
yeah,
a better game.
I'll pick it. No bet. This is a great game.
I'll take South Alabama. No bet. McNeese 7.5 at Corpus Christi. Over unders 144.5. I mean, McNeese has been blowing teams out, man. Blowing them out. Christi hasn't been terrible.
It ends tomorrow. Give me Corpus Christi to cover.
I think Corpus Christi's live. Like, this line is just short. This is kind of like they've been laying double digits. This feels like that Duke line. I fell into that trap on Saturday against Wake Forest. They've been blowing teams up by 20. All of a sudden, it's 11.5. I fell for the soup. They almost lost outright. It was, last couple minutes, it was tied at least, or pretty damn close, and they pulled away a little bit there. But I think Corpus Christi is potentially live in this game. Yeah,
I took Wake, so whatever. Not really worried about it, but it's a good analogy there, or comparison, I guess. So I think Corpus Christi is legit. Obviously, McNeese is a better team. I don't think Corpus. If I'm betting Corpus Christi, I guess they're live, but I'd rather just take the points. I think McNeese somewhat stumbles a little bit. McNeese is so good for this conference. They're dominant. They got Parker, Copeland. They got players that absolutely are above and beyond this conference. But let's hope that Corpus Christi somewhat brings a crowd somehow. The only thing that scares me is their free throw percentage. Corpus Christi doesn't shoot free throws very well at all. But I think they take it inside. They don't shoot the three too much. So if they can hold McNeese across the floor and spacing wise, I think they at least can cover this game.
Yeah, I'm with you. That was the one thing I was hung up on was that free throw percentage. But I think if it comes down to that, they're going to cover. Maybe lose by 6, anywhere from 5 to 7, somewhere there. Cover the number, but I think that's probably what it'll come down to is if they're making their free throws. I think they got a chance, but this is the definition of a get-up spot. This is their, other than heading to McNeese, this is their biggest game of the year in conference play. This is, if they could snag this one, that would really help out in conference play because that would move them 8-2, and that would put McNeese at 9-1. So they got potential to be there, and they should win, all their games. Maybe they do trip up somewhere, but if McNeese trips up this one, another game potentially, and Corpus Christi is still playing well, they're going to be tied, and Corpus Christi will have the tiebreaker. So I think this is a big get-up game for Corpus Christi here.
Yeah, I'll take the points here as well, and I think McNeese, if they cover this one, they don't cover against Nichols on the road. One of these games they can't cover. So yeah, man, I'm kind of with you here on the Islanders. Shout out Crutch. I think he's on Islanders as well too. But McNeese 7-2 ATS in their last 9, 10-0 straight up. Obviously with 10 game winning streak. I just hope Corpus Christi can somewhat keep this total down and don't let McNeese get in transition and super hot.
Yeah. Clark's Benedicting over to the Islanders with us. Love it. I'm going to wait and see what this line does. I'm going to hope people just bet Corpus or McNeese and this line jumps up. So
that's exactly what I was going to say too. This is a tip and spray for me. Hopefully we can get 8 or 9, but if I watch it and I see it dip, I'll take it. All
right, why don't you kick us off with this one? Iowa's heading to Ohio State. Ohio State's laying 8.5. 157.5 total.
You're gonna take Ohio State, aren't you?
I don't know.
I think I'm gonna take Iowa. I fucking hate taking this Iowa team, but I don't know. It feels like a lot of points. I know Iowa's defense is porous. They don't have any defense, but it's not like Ohio State's offense is any better. They haven't blown any team out at home. That's not a lowly D1 team. I know they kicked Kentucky's ass by 20. They beat Texas by 8 on neutral. But at home, they're not drilling teams. I mean, they beat Rutgers by 14. That was when Rutgers was doing their stumble. I'll take Iowa plus 8.5. I mean, I don't think Iowa wins this game whatsoever. They need a road win. They're desperate for a road win. But I also think Iowa's kind of checked out as a program and not really getting up for these games. So, yeah, I'll take them to cover this. I just think it's a little too many points. It opened at 7, so it's obviously going up. I'll take the 8.5 with Iowa. Don't fucking blow this, you losers. They fucking suck.
Yeah, I'm going to be on Ohio State too.
Wait, what? 2?
Oh, my bad.
Battling?
My bad. Yes, we're battling. No, give me Ohio State. I don't like this Iowa team. Ohio State is off that big Purdue win, so you can argue that, but this has been about a week in between, so I think they've had time to celebrate, do their whole thing with the football team, winning the whole shebang. I think they'll be ready for this one. They'll get up. You know the football team is going to be there, and they're gonna parade that trophy around. That building's going to be packed. It's going to be lit. It's going to be loud. I don't know for a fact, but I would assume. I don't know why they wouldn't go showboat that trophy in front of everybody there, because it's going to be a big game here. And I know Iowa's good offense is far better than Ohio State's, but I just think that Ohio State's defense will do an all right job, and you got Iowa on the road, and their defense is going to be non-existent. So I don't think Ohio State really has an issue scoring. I think that place is going to be amped up and loud. They're going to feed off of it. Diebler's going to get a big back-to-back win. I'm not too worried about it. I think Ohio State rolls here. I think they win by double digits. And Iowa just continues to just drop games on the road. Went to UCLA, lost by 24. Went to USC, lost by 9. Went to Wisconsin, lost by 31. Went to Michigan, 2-point game. Other than that, I mean, neutral against Utah State, 8-point, and a neutral against Utah. They came back and won. So on the road for the most part, they've not been good. And they also have Purdue at home on deck. So little sandwich spot here heading to Ohio State. I'm going to take Ohio State to roll. Muted.
Oh, I said, all right, let's battle. I am worried about Iowa's defense here, but I don't trust Ohio State's offense. Yeah, they'll be hungover. Fade that bullshit trophy parading with Ryan Day and his Hallmark villain Christmas villain ass. It fucking pisses me off. So whatever, Trev. Hey, Elliot's he's still hiding. He's still hiding from that St. Mary's San Francisco battle, and you Benedicted on it. So you better bet this Ohio State. So I don't want to bet. I don't want to be too confident with the Hawkeyes. But I will battle and say it's
what the fuck.
I like Clark's angle in the chat too. I mean, this is something I do with Iowa all the time. Live bet the over. It's not the best taking totals right away, but sometimes they start slow and then you can live bet it, or just keep hammering it too if the pace is running, just like a Kentucky game.
Dude, Bovada's got Ohio State -7, -140. I can't alt this up to 7.5 or 8. It's sitting at -140. I've never seen that on a spread for a basketball game before. What the fuck? They're not even paying attention. They're too busy about their fucking Super Bowl bullshit.
That Value City Arena is bullshit. They ain't gonna be lit. Columbus can't party. We'll outdrink Columbus every time. Yeah,
Wisconsin's got you guys smoked. Don't even worry about it, buddy.
Yeah,
I'm taking Ohio State whenever I can get something like 7.5 or something, not -140. I am not paying that juice for fucking -7. That's crazy.
Bring it on.
Unless you guys in the chat have something you want to talk about with these just awful games tomorrow, I'm just gonna skip right over Grambling and Houston Christian and Holy Cross. And Huff, you're a Holy Cross guy. Do you want to talk Holy Cross Boston or no?
We can get into it in a bit. I got some other games maybe we could talk about. I'm taking UTRGV against Nichols tomorrow though at home. They gotta get a win off the bounce back. So I'll take URDGV or whatever the hell, UT Rio Grande Valley. I like this Nichols team. I've been taking Nichols a lot. Nichols is off 2 losses in a row though, so is it a desperate spot? But I think they're licking their chops, looking forward to McNeese coming home to Nichols. So and UTRGV, they win one, they lose one, they win one. So come on now, they got to get one at home on the short spread.
Doesn't this spread kind of stink a little bit?
No, I think Nichols is good, dude. I think Nichols is better than UTRGV.
I'll disagree with you there, but I can't really give a
how's Santa Clara this
argument. Hey, I told you I bet against him. I'm not a biased individual.
No, I know. Yeah, UTRG Nichols is better than UTRGV.
UTRGV also did just get embarrassed against McNeese yesterday too.
And Nichols is looking ahead to McNeese. So I took UTRGV on the money line -125. Yeah,
all right with you.
Fucking whatever their old name used to be, Texas Pan American or whatever. Now they're UTRGV.
Yep, Wiggs is with you. Ken says they've been inconsistent. They haven't. They've been bouncing around. But I think that embarrassing loss, they're going to back it up at home for sure. And then this might be a nice little run. And then if A&M Corpus Christi pulls off the upset, they head to UTRGV also. So this could be a nice little setup for a good run here from Grand Valley here.
Hell yeah.
Helms is riding the Mexicans with us.
All right.
Clark, I'm going to start that. We'll talk that at the end. We're not going to get distracted yet. Otherwise, we'll go on a fucking tangent for 15 minutes about.
What did he say? I'll look up the chat. What did Clark say? Pull it up.
Totally off topic. Cheetos cheese pizza puffs are disgusting. Don't fall for the packaging.
That sounds good. I would definitely.
No. We can't do this right now. We can't. Do
no,
this.
I know.
NC State's on Duke 21. I'm taking Duke again. They're gonna fuck them up.
What's NC State's team total?
It is 55.5.
Yeah.
Dude, this is another Eastern Illinois fucking line. They're gonna fuck them up.
What's Duke's team total?
Duke's team total is 78.5.
Why have they not scored 80 at home? George Mason, 68. Incarnate Word, 72. They played with their food during those games, though.
Yeah, Jay did cover against George Mason because that fucking guy missed a shot at the end. They blew that, but they do have North Carolina on deck, so that could be an issue for Duke. It is at home, but they do play them Saturday. Oh, God, that'll be fucking 6:30 time.
NC State sucks. I don't want to put my hard-earned money on them.
They're
SMU, come on now, SMU. That was a pump fake.
On the road.
Yeah.
They haven't won a road game all year. Not that I'm going to say they're going to beat Duke, but they've also got Clemson on deck. That could be a little bit of a look ahead for them. I mean, it's Duke, so maybe they're not looking ahead, but
NC State ain't looking ahead. They got to look straight ahead. I mean, the NC State's cooked. Actually, the defensive possession length is actually really slow for
both. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually don't hate that NC team total under. They're going to struggle to score, and then not to mention both defenses force you to use the clock, and just they don't get much. I mean, what did Duke hold Wake Forest to? 56. Boston College, 63. Miami, 54. Notre Dame got points late, but Pittsburgh, 47 at home. 65 for Vatech, still lost by 23. 47 for George Mason. 46 for Word. Seattle scored 48. Auburn 78. That is what it is. But Wofford 35. I'm not going to compare. I mean, I could see this. I could see NC State scoring 51, 52 points.
I'll take Duke on the spread or that 78.5 team total, 77.5, whichever that you can find. Shop around. I was seeing both. 77 on Caesars. So, yeah. Just kind of worried about that possession length, though. So, yeah, I like that team total under for you, but I'll take Duke on the spread here. Come on. Fucking cover the number. NC State sucks. They're horrible.
Yeah, I don't hate Ken's angle here. NC State team total first half under. I don't hate that. Helm says they're looking ahead to April.
They're looking ahead to a bullshit run in the tournament that gets them to the Final Four. Jeez.
Clark says 30 PRA for Flag, 10 plus points for Knipple and Proctor, or along with a Duke win usually ends up being plus 215 to plus 250. That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
Not bad at all. All right,
I might ride that with you, to be honest.
I fucking hate betting Duke, but I will.
I do too, but they wreck teams at home. I know they have UNC on deck, but I don't think UNC is that much of a force to where I know obviously they're looking ahead to it because it's a rivalry game, but I don't think they're licking their chops and getting overly prepared for a fucking UNC team that is almost losing at home to Boston College, for Christ's sake. UNC is going to fuck them up that game.
Yeah.
Next.
The line's telling. Like, everyone's going to bet Duke minus some team half spread. So, ooh, this is a good one, huh?
You've got a 6-1 Towson team in conference play, catching points against what's Northeastern?
Northeastern's good. Don't disrespect Northeastern.
No. I'm saying in conference play here. Their record.
Northeastern just had a big win though.
3-4
against Drexel. Yeah, I was on Northeastern.
They can parlay it here against Towson. Towson hasn't hit the road in 2.5 weeks, roughly.
This is on national TV too.
Is it?
CBS
Sports. Yep. Okay, awesome. I'm laying it with Northeastern here. I think this is a good spot for them to, catch wins over two of the top teams, get rolling, and then they have Hampton, Elon, Hofstra. I mean, like, they could go on a little run here. It's not like they're getting blown out and destroyed in these games. They're just late. They kind of struggle, and Towson just beat them on the 9th, 80-73 on the road. I think at home, Northeastern's going to get them.
Yeah, I took Northeastern money line already. I like this Northeastern team. I mean, Towson's a very good team, but Northeastern at home, then they got their road stint coming up. They blew it against Hofstra at home, not being able to score points. Only thing that scares me is Towson's defense, of course, but it's not the same that it's been. They've won, like you said, 5 in a row, right? 6 of their last 7. They squeak out these bullshit games. They've been covering. When they went on the road, they've been on OT. So maybe we should just sprinkle the overtime in this game as well too, just because when they go on the road, they end the overtime. I might put a 0.05 unit on that. Not even anything, but $5, $10. That takes you a long way there. Yeah, I'll sprinkle that. But I'm with you on Northeastern, man. This Towson team, their defense isn't as good, but their offense is a lot better than it has and more efficient than it has in the past. So I think Towson's a better team here, but same thing with UTRGV. Same cap for me there.
Yeah. And Northeastern's got size inside to combat a little bit too at the rim. So I think this place is loud. And then I didn't even know that it's national, TV for CBS. So you want to talk about a get up spot. Your house against a team that just beat you, you're on national TV. They're going to get up for this game. It's not like either shoot great free throws one way or the other, so there's not a huge advantage one way or the other here. But this is just a good spot for Northeastern. You just beat Drexel, now you can parlay that with Towson. Then you hit the road for Hampton. Then you have Elon, Hofstra. So I mean, like, if you can catch Towson, Elon, Hofstra, if you can catch 2 of those 3. Along with beating Hampton, that'll go a long way. to helping you out in this conference. I mean, you've already lost 4 games, so that hurts. But if you win 3 out of those 4, that'll put you 7-5 with the Hampton win. So, I mean, banking on, Towson dropping 1 there, that'll put them at 6-2. They'll have 2 losses at least. I mean, if they lose this game, they're just officially dead. I think they've got like a 2 beat per minute pulse right now for a chance at this. But I don't see William and Mary dropping games either. But if they want to stay alive, they've got to get these games. So I think this is a huge get up game for them, and they're gonna get it done. They're just gonna grind you out too. I mean, this game's gonna be slow as shit.
Yeah, I'm with you. Northeastern wins this game 70-68.
Yeah. I mean, they did score 153 last game 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago with each other. It was 153 points. Now you're getting 133.
Towson unders have become a little too public too. Like I bet those a lot over the last few years, but I haven't bet them much this year at all. And the couple times I haven't hit. And Towson's been scoring more points than expected. So yeah, I like it. 70-68 Northeastern wins. 70-67.
Do it. All right, UCLA at USC. USC is laying 1.
This line flipped. Did it not?
I thought it was. I think so.
I see USC catching 1.
What are you looking at?
Are you looking at DraftKings?
Yeah.
I'm looking at FanDuel. I mean, it just goes, it flips and varies behind the book. So obviously your DraftKings -1 is -105 versus FanDuel's +1.5 at minus like 115, -118.
Yeah.
More juiced.
I've liked this USC team lately. I mean, Illinois, Iowa, Nebraska wins, and Nebraska, Illinois were both on the road. Wisconsin didn't get them at home. Wisconsin's a really good team, no bias. They just are. But you got UCLA coming in. UCLA, Iowa, Wisconsin, Washington are their wins, and that Wisconsin win was back and forth the whole time, so that was really anybody's game. I mean, congrats on beating Washington. Congrats on beating Iowa. Both of those the Iowa was at home. They smoked them. But I believe Peyton Sanford was hurt that game. Did he play? Sanford played 8 minutes.
He played and then got hurt, yeah.
Yeah, so he didn't play much. So there goes their best player. I think USC is starting to got to get it going. UCLA just struggled with Washington. They did pull away late, but shout out DJ Davis for hitting that push 3-pointer late. They've also got Oregon on deck. USC's got Michigan State at home. Both are home. I just like this USC team more from what I've seen than this UCLA team. I feel like they've kind of snuck away with 2 of these games lately, and USC's just been going on the road, getting it done. They beat Iowa. Wisconsin was, whatever. It's Wisconsin. It's a good team. I just think Muss and them are kind of getting it rolling, and I think this is a good buy low spot versus a team people are kind of starting to buy in again on UCLA for a couple of wins, but on the road they haven't been incredibly sharp. I know this is like 10 miles away, but still.
Yeah, no, I don't know if it's a road spot, but I'm with you here. I told myself I'm going to bet USC these next 2 games off of their road win. They had enough time to take a little breather off of that. So I told them that I was going to bet them against UCLA, and I'm going to bet them against Michigan State too. I mean, I was on Michigan State against Rutgers. I love this Michigan State team, but something's got to give. Unless Michigan State loses beforehand, let me just make sure they have a game beforehand. Probably not before the road trip. Well, they played Minnesota at home on Tuesday. That fucking streak will end for Minnesota. So yeah, I told myself I'll bet USC in both of these spots. Worried about their defense, of course, but I think their offense can make up for it. They've played a little better. It'll be USC's got a little bit of a rebound advantage here, and I'll take Muss over Mick Cronin for sure. And UCLA's 1-6 ATS against their last 7, so I expect people to be betting UCLA tomorrow too. So I'll probably take you. I'm gonna take USC, but I might wait to bet till tomorrow. I don't foresee this going up too high on points, so I'm not like chasing for value, but I'll take that +1.5.
Yeah, and Clark's got a good point. I totally forgot. Bilodeau did roll his ankle. He didn't play like 5 minutes in that game. and never returned. That's why that Merrick kid or whatever was in. So, I mean, you know, that kid did play pretty good. He's pretty big and physical, which could cause some issues for USC. But I think them being able to kind of game plan for him a little bit, even if Bilodeau doesn't play or if Bilodeau is limited, they've obviously had to watch some tape and get ready for that big Mara dude. So I think they'll find a way. But I'm with you. Just give me USC, must at home. They're starting to figure it out a little bit. And I'm looking forward to a pissed off Mick Cronin little man rant for the post game presser. Those are always fun.
Yeah, Musselman's cool. He fucking when IU beat USC, he's like, he didn't shake hands with Mike Woodson, and they asked him about it, and he just goes, "I didn't think he deserved my handshake." I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I was like, I'm all about that. I love a good cocky coach. I know Musselman's got that short man energy, but he's a dog. So give me Muss.
Fair. What's going on, Coach?
Hey, Coach, good win today, Coach. See you in 2 Sundays, Coach.
Yeah, Chiefs by fucking 4. Yeah, UCLA short number. Wags is gonna be on UCLA. Don't hate it. Who else we got on UCLA? There's some other UCLA. Jaron, Helms. Helms says he has to reconsider, so we'll find out what Helms is gonna be on. But
shout out Joey. Shout out Joey Lobster. He goes, "I can't wait to see the vein on his head." Yep. We want to see the vein on his head.
Yeah. It's gonna be popping. It's gonna look real good in HD. And then the last game here.
Oh baby!
I didn't even make a fucking banner thing for this one.
When we go through the menu, we'll talk about this our last game. But we go through the menu. I have a couple bets that we didn't talk about that I'll cap as well too. But
I can fucking
this is a fire game, man. I mean.
Yes, it is. I'm curious your thoughts. I'm curious.
I wanted to just talk this out loud like a therapist.
The man of the hour. The man of the hour.
Let's fucking go. He's back at the Holiday Inn.
You guys are all trying to win our fucking trophy.
Big money today. Come on. Get your San Francisco bullshit out of here. No, I'm just kidding. I've been waiting to say that. Let's go, Chiefs. Come on.
Who the fuck you calling San Francisco?
Fucking year. I've been waiting to say that to Elliot since Thursday night.
I
thought you were talking about the Niners. I was like, that was totally uncalled for.
He's still trying to give me shit.
I got the receipts. Yep. But come on now, big win. Who fades Patrick Mahomes near plus money? That's not a system you can do.
Nobody.
I put 2 units on it. I was like, there's no chance. And if they lose, awesome. I don't have to watch the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
I was on them big. That was what's his name? Book it with Trent's cap there. You might as well bet the Chiefs because you're gonna be happy either way. And if they lose, you're still happy. But I'm not. I love the Chiefs. Love this team.
Yeah,
but yeah, I was staying a therapy session here, man. I wanted to talk this out loud because originally I wanted to take Arizona.
I am taking Arizona.
I love this Iowa State team, though, man.
I know, but they
squeak games out.
They do find a way the last 4 minutes to somehow cover. I will give you that. Maybe in Arizona first half. Because I mean, if Iowa State pulls these games out late, they're always trailing for 35 minutes.
The spot's been telling me to bet Arizona. I just haven't bring myself to it. That's why I wanted to have this little therapy session over it. But I have a feeling Arizona wins this game. But God, I hate fading Iowa State. And then this is the same line as that Duke game early in the season at home for Arizona too.
Against Auburn?
No. Duke game against Arizona.
Duke at home or Arizona at home.
Duke wanted.
Oh, yeah, I was deer hunting for that. I didn't get to watch that.
Yeah, that was like late November, so it's still been a while.
That was Arizona was laying 1.5 in that game.
Yeah.
Arizona also stunk it up start of the season. They've really turned it around.
You think this flips?
Probably. I want to bet Arizona, but make me not.
I think McHale Center's fucking loud and jumping tomorrow. This is a game where Caleb Love just has like 30 points. Like he just goes off. Just doesn't miss. He's feeling it.
I don't know about that. He's gonna shoot 40 times.
You could hit the over. Couch. I'm gonna help out with Joey real quick. Joey Lobster. He had too much weed, so he can't be staring at the couch. All right. There you go, Lobster.
Yep, it was a little. That Holiday Inn's trippy. I mean, you're
too many bong rips.
You're still at the Holiday Inn. You drive home tomorrow.
I'm at the Marriott actually now. That's where.
Finally, you're at a Marriott. I've been calling Marriott the last 3 nights.
Crown Place Suites Marriott.
There you go.
I would say what I was gonna say was look at the over. Iowa State's defense is not as good as it has been in the past, but their offense is way better than it has been. I think this could be a game where the over hits with ease.
And if the over hits, it's because Caleb Love drops like 30 points. Because you know he's going to be shooting. And if he's on, watch out.
Yeah. I mean, this spot says Arizona for sure. Right?
Yeah, it is.
I think I'm going to buy into the stink this time.
I mean, they're at Arizona State next, but is that even a look ahead? I know that's a rivalry, but
yeah, you're looking ahead to the game, but not as much. This game's a little more important, and I think Arizona they can't really afford a loss here.
Yeah, not with.
They need a Big 12 win. I know they won at Baylor at home, but they need a Big 12 win. So, Stooley, you're locking up Arizona?
Yep, I'll be on Arizona. I'm going to buy this. I think McHale is rocking. I think this place is loud. They're going to get up for this. And Iowa State's been, on the road. They've been a little shaky. Lost to West Virginia. We're losing 35 minutes of that Arizona State game and managed to pull away late. Went to overtime at Texas Tech 1-1. Colorado, they were trailing until late and pulled away in that one. Iowa, we all remember what happened. They were trailing, and then they lit it up the last 3-4 minutes. I think this is a game where that doesn't happen. I think Arizona locks in. That place is loud. Arizona's been playing good ball. This high total is implying that Caleb Love is going to have a good game, which I can agree because he's going to shoot. And like you said, the Iowa State defense hasn't been as Iowa Statey of late. I think Arizona gets this done. I'm going to buy into this little stink line a little bit. I'm going to wait because I think this is probably going to jump up to 1.5 to 2.5, somewhere around there.
I think it'll go towards Arizona.
Yeah, you do?
Take it now.
I'm gonna wait. If it flips to -1, fine. I'm still gonna play money line. If it's +1 or goes up higher, even better. But yeah, I'm gonna take. I'm gonna be on Arizona in this game.
You're taking the over, Elliot?
Yeah, I like the over in this. I'll take the over. I like it. I mean, you look at the last game. I mean, obviously that West Virginia game is kind of an outlier. Iowa State shot like, what was that? Something stupid, like 1 for 17 from 3. In that game. So that's kind of an outlier game in my opinion. But you look at that Texas Tech game. I know it went to overtime, but 74-74 going into overtime. I guess it's only 148. But Texas Tech's pretty solid defense. The fact that they put up that number and almost cleared that over. Yeah, I'll take the over. I like that better than I can't get a feel on either side. I mean, it does scream Arizona, but I don't really trust Arizona. I think they're a little phony. I know they've been playing better, but I don't think they're as good as Iowa State, near as good as what they are or what Iowa State is.
And this is Iowa State's first back-to-back road game of the year. I know it's pretty much the same area. It's not going to matter too much, but their first back-to-back road game. So that might maybe that fucks with them a little bit, but I'll be on Arizona. If it flips,
probably more.
But
if it flips, probably more reason to bet Arizona. So then just take the Arizona money line or the Arizona -1, like you had said.
Yeah. No, I'll be eyeballing this. I mean, no matter what, even if it flips, like even if Arizona goes to, I see Arizona -1 on Bovada, so it's essentially a pick 'em anywhere. If this moves up to like Arizona 1.5 or something, then I'll probably just grab money line and just to avoid if it jumps up to 2 or whatever. But I like this spot for Arizona. They're playing better ball. You're getting Iowa State back-to-back road games, and like I said, on the road they've been trailing for 35 minutes or so. So I'm going to play the Arizona team here and just I think they'll play a full 40. This is a huge get-up game.
I think I'm with you. I'm going to go Arizona as much as it hurts me to take Arizona. I hate betting this team, and I hate fading Iowa State. We've been taking Iowa State constantly, pulling covers out of their ass. UCF, Arizona State, they kind of pulled that cover out of their ass too. I almost counted that as a loss, and then I didn't really have eyes on that game with my TVs, so what all the games are going on. So pulling out covers out of your ass. I think Arizona beat them last year. If I'm not mistaken.
I looked, they didn't play last year.
They didn't play last year?
If they did, it would have been out of conference because this is the first time.
Yeah.
This is the first year Arizona's in conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I swear they played recently. But obviously the whole teams are different.
Did they play in Maui? No. Arizona wasn't in Maui this year, was it? Were they?
Not this year, no. Head to head. They've only played once ever. Head to head. Arizona won 71-66. Iowa State was up at half, 36-27. I'll take Arizona against my better judgment. If I'm fucking wrong, I'm gonna be mad at myself though, because I'm looking at the spot versus the actual team, Iowa State. But come on now, they've lost. They lost at West Virginia on the road. They lost at Auburn on the road or in Maui, and that was a close game. They got to give one up. This will be an absolute battle. I bet you can live bet the shit out of this. This will be a close game. Whatever team you like at plus money, you'll be able to get during the game on a short spread. But I will take Arizona on the home spot. Desperation win. I hate betting Tommy Lloyd. I hate backing Tommy Lloyd, but we will.
Yep, that's why I'm hitting over, because I don't want to bet Arizona. But if Arizona wins, I think the over's going to hit. I don't think they win the grinded out style game against Iowa State. They gotta win with a game that they're going to score a lot of points.
Yeah, hopefully Iowa State was hungover. They're boozing in Tempe, Scottsdale. Now they're going to Tucson. I normally take these guys on the west spot.
Chasing scattered ass in Scottsdale.
Also, Big Ten West trips, and then coming home losing the first game. We'll have to see we'll have to look into that and see if if it's happened for other conferences too, like the ACC or Big 12. It's not too far of a travel for some of these Big 12 teams, though.
Yeah, I like the over, but I'm gonna lay off for your guys' sake. I will let you guys have it, so it's not a 68-62 game.
I'm on Arizona. I didn't bet the over, but I
mean, like whoever in the chat and Elliot and stuff. So yeah, Arizona for me. If there's any games anybody wants in the chat, drop it down. Otherwise, whatever games you guys want to talk about, we can do that.
What would you have, Huff? I haven't really looked at very many games. I was finishing up with that tournament and then out to eat with all the staff and stuff. So I hadn't had a chance to even look really very much, except for the big marquee games.
Call me Patrick Mahomes. I'm not 9 games, 1 in a row. So you guys got to fade this 1 point. Not nine wins in a row, 9 winning days in a row, Elliot. Some games we didn't bet that we talked about. Corpus Christi against McNeese State. I bet Corpus Christi.
We talked about that one.
Elliot wasn't here though.
Plus 7.5.
Yeah.
UTRGV -1.5 as well.
Mexicans, okay.
We talked about Penn State, Michigan. We talked about the standalone game at 3. Troy, Southern Miss. I actually bet Bethune-Cookman money line as well too. Come on, Alcorn's got to get one up. Fucking.
I was staring at that one. I didn't.
You know, Colby's on Bethune.
Oh yeah, super team.
Yeah, they stink.
What about the standalone game? EIU and Little Rock.
I took the EIU team total under. I think Stooley laid it with Little Rock or the team total under.
I'm team total also. They put this team total under everything that they've scored in the last like 5 games.
Team total over for Little Rock, or team total under for EIU.
Under. It's a neutral game too.
Okay, I'll tail it. I'm not even gonna look into it.
Do you guys dare bet Mississippi Valley State plus 22? I'm not betting that.
No, I kind of want to fade them.
Fade them then. Let's do it.
I just don't want to get involved with that. I want to fade them, but I also don't want to get involved with this fucking team because you can't watch the game.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious to bet.
Those announcers will be calling the game if it's on YouTube or something.
Jackson State should surely beat Florida A&M by double digits, right?
I just don't like laying up points with those types of teams.
I don't either. But I'm just saying, Florida A&M off the freaking win at Alcorn State.
Yeah,
they beat Alcorn State. They beat Mississippi Valley State by 30 the game before. They're on a 2-game win streak.
Jackson State isn't Jackson State atop the conference too?
Jackson State just lost.
They're third in the SWAC.
No, they just beat Bethune by 5.
Bethune, that's right. I was thinking of Howard.
What'd they do to FAMU last year?
I'll take Lamar as well tomorrow. Give me Kendrick Lamar, Super Bowl halftime show legend.
They not like us.
Can't wait till he. Can't wait to see the Drake diss on the Super Bowl.
They not like us, right?
That'll be something. But yeah, I'll take Lamar as well too. We didn't talk about that. So
Jackson State beat FAMU 77-55 last year at home, and this is a much better Jackson State team.
I will pick Jackson State. No bet for me. Hope if you guys end up taking it. But
what do you guys have in the US? I know I was literally getting on when you talked that UCLA USC game.
I am on USC.
USC.
Yep. Plus 1.5. Yep.
Yeah, I'm on USC also. I think it's a nice spot for them. Clark, I believe, pointed out too that Bilodeau did roll his ankle. I'd forgotten about that. So that'll be a miss. And I just like Muss more than Cronin on the road. I know it's pretty much a home game, or not a home game, but they're traveling 10, 12 miles or some shit. So I think it's just a nice spot for USC to keep building on. This good play that they've been having lately. And I just want to see a Mick Cronin just lost press conference again. Those are always fun.
Northeastern Towson?
I'm on Northeastern.
Northeastern. A 3-4 team in conference laying 1.5 against a 6-1 team.
Yep.
National TV, home too.
Also kind of like the under in that spot, 132.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Wags missed the Alcorn breakdown. So what did you have?
I had Bethune. Bethune money line, a little juice. I like it 2.5, 3.5. But yeah, that's the only SWAC MEAC game I bet so far. Alcorn State's got to give one up for fuck's sakes for once. I've been wrong against Alcorn State though.
Paul, Incarnate Word game. Who are they playing?
I actually was just looking at this. I thought the line was kind of short. I didn't end up betting this game. I took Lamar instead, but I think Incarnate Word should win.
Incarnate Word plays New Orleans.
I know. I'm just saying. I went back and forth between these two games. They're in the same conference, and I ended up betting the Lamar game. But
my bad.
I stayed off it. I think Incarnate Word wins the game. I thought the line was just a little short. That made me stay off of it, though. But
Incarnate Word's lost 6 in a row.
I had to pick one, I'd pick Incarnate Word, but fucking.
I think it's pretty telling that they're laying points like that.
New Orleans fucking sucks, dude.
They got Seal on deck.
New Orleans is bad, dude. I've watched them; they're bad. But both teams are really bad. I would take the over, but the pace just isn't there, so that's why I stayed off of it completely.
What about Houston Christian? Sela.
Houston Christian.
Sela's laying, Trevor.
What's that?
Sela's laying 6.
Sela's laying 6 big ones, huh? Let's take a gander.
Houston Christian on a 3-game win streak.
Yeah, they've won their last 2 road games also. I mean, it was Stephen F. in New Orleans. So there's that.
But laying
got New Orleans on deck, no look ahead.
But laying 6 with Sela, though?
I mean, they've been doing pretty good. I mean, 23-point win, 8, 1, 7, 24.
I'm not betting this.
I don't know. It doesn't feel like a lot of points. It feels like you're buying too much into their recent form against Word and East Texas A&M. Houston Christian's been feisty this year too.
Yeah, Houston Christian, they've been surprising teams. They got to give one up though. That's why I originally wanted to take Houston Christian, but didn't bet it. I'll pick Houston Christian, no bet. I just feel like they got to give one up at some point. Not covering.
Yeah.
Hopefully they wear those crazy striped jerseys.
Yeah, I think unless you guys got anything else, I think that's it. Pretty much got majority of the games in tonight. I mean, it's not like a lot tomorrow, but
we said we'd be under an hour, but we're close enough.
106.
So.
Pretty close.
6 is pretty good. Yep, that's pretty good. We had to brag about our Saturday too, Elliot. So that took up at least 5 minutes. We had to brag about it. Yeah, Helms. I like Boston. I just hate this Holy Cross team. But I just laying points with Boston's always interesting. I'm gonna lie. This is a live bet game for me. I won't count it towards my record because it doesn't count on the show. But this is a total live bet spot for me. I think if the game is slow, Boston loves dragging these pace out. Hopefully they start out super hot and the computer doesn't get its Boston Holy Cross. Been able to do that a ton. Boston scores a ton in the first 5 minutes. The line jumps about 10. The total jumps about 10 points. I always bang that live under. But I'll take Boston live. I'd lean Boston if I had to bet it. I don't know. I'd rather bet this team live versus laying 3.5 straight up. Try to get a better feel for it.
Way says it's Boston's spot. He's waiting for the line to shape. Huff makes a lot of sense playing it live. That's kind of most of these shit teams. That's pretty much where your better option is for the most part.
Patriots.
What scares me too, Holy Cross is like they shot like dick against Army, but they did have a buffer get back against Loyola too.
Patriot League is one of those leagues where you can definitely live bet because it always seems like a Patriot League team will get out to a quick start, like a 10-0, 11-0, something like that. And then you can always, even middle of the first half, and somebody might be up 10, and you can almost always count on that game coming back down to the wire with a 6-game game.
Last question, Stephen F. Austin. I think this is the game. Stephen F. can fucking do. Off an OT loss, played McNeese. So the first game with their coach, OT loss at home to Northwestern State, who's respectable, I guess, in the conference. But now you got East Texas A&M, who's god awful. They've beaten Southern November 13th and Abilene Christian by 1. 2 wins combined, 3 total points at home. Now they're hitting the road. Stephen F. They've been they've really been shit lately. But I think this is a game where with a new coach, they can get up and they can show up and play for. Both teams turn it over a lot. So, I mean, I'm not going to say there's an advantage one way or another, but I just think the size of Stephen F is going to end up causing some serious issues for East Texas A&M here. So if I was going to play it, I would play Stephen F. I don't even know what the line is. Stephen F's laying 8.5. That kind of feels telling too. Feels like they get a big win for the new coach who's in now.
Yeah, total get up spot for the new coach. Yeah, I kind of wanted to bet Stephen F. Austin. I might need my arm twisted though to bet it. So
yeah, I won't bet this one, but I kind of wanted. I would take East Texas A&M to be honest. I think 8.5 seems like a little bit too many points for Stephen F. Austin team, but I wouldn't bet it.
I'm taking Stephen F. Maybe.
I'm looking at it. We'll see.
People go next first.
Yeah,
so I don't see.
I got a skedaddle here in a couple minutes, but pretty much went through all the games. So, not a bad show.
Not a bad show. Do you want to go through your final bets before you skedaddle?
I'm going to ride with you. We're taking EIU team total under. Danny Wolf over 4.5 assists will be bet if it's plus money, and then Michigan either minus 8.5 or I'll parlay the money line with the Danny Wolf assists. Texas A&M Corpus Christi plus 7.5. Ohio State minus 8.5. UTRGV minus 2.5. Duke either minus 21.5 or NC State under. I'm not sure. Stay tuned to my Twitter when I decide on that. And then Northeastern money line. I will be on Arizona at some point. Just going to wait and see how the line moves around, and then USC money line also.
Yeah, I'll fire away quickly, and I just want to shout out. We are leveling up slowly. Appreciate you guys in the chat. We will try to have a picks page. We definitely will have one for next year, like some type of picks page, not a carbon copy of what TCE does, but some type of picks page like that will tally up our plays from the previous night. That way we can track that and have that out there to exist as well for people that can't obviously tune in on a 3-hour show all the time. So for the most part, so stay tuned for that. Maybe have it done by March Madness, but definitely going to roll it out for the 2025-26 college basketball season next fall. So, but yeah, we're riding on that team total early. Give me Michigan to cover, Corpus Christi to cover. We're battling on Iowa. I don't know if you ended up taking Ohio State.
It's minus 70, minus 7, minus 140 right now. So I'm waiting to get a minus 7.5 or something on Ohio State.
Yeah, and I got Iowa State plus 8, Iowa plus 8. Maybe we can win like that Penn State game on Friday. Same game, Iowa Penn State. So hopefully we can do that. Give me UTRGV, Duke, Northeastern, USC, Arizona, Bethune, Lamar. Games I have not bet. But lean Stephen F. Austin, we might actually end up betting that. I'm not betting these games. South Alabama, Jackson State, and Houston Christian. And then that live bet angle for Boston. Stay tuned for that. I'll tweet it out. Rip Boston money line or something live. So lower slate, 9 winning days in a row, 22 winning days in January. It's one of my best months ever. It's got to end at some point. I'll take this night versus the big slate on Tuesday, but Trevor, we're on a lot of the same plays, so I hope
Perfect.
not. Yep.
Elliot, don't mean to rush you. I got a minute.
Oh, no, you're good. So I got the over 151.5 in that Iowa State Arizona game, and then I will go with Jackson State at home. I like them. I'll tail that team total under for EIU, and then that might be about it because that's about all I've really dabbled into. So only a couple. I'll probably add a few, but those.
Follow the Twitters. They're scrolling on the bottom. Follow the account page. Like, subscribe. I appreciate you guys. We'll be back tomorrow night for Tuesday. So best of luck. Good luck unless we're battling. See you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow night, guys. We appreciate you. Thanks, everyone.
Appreciate everybody in the chat.
You guys are the best.